Dude, we had a former porn star teacher at our high school. Yeah, and then she got one kid in trouble one day. He printed off a bunch of pictures of her from her porn days, hung it up across the school.
Sick.
She left for a couple of years and then came back.
Drove her out.
Yeah.
As you saw in the teaser, we got Ryan Long and friends coming up. The main course of this episode, we have some amazing chats about having sex with Tamagotchis, Scar Band, and George Bush's bush. I don't actually know if any of those things we've talked about. It happened a week or two ago, to be honest. But before we get into that, I need to talk to you about Ray Gun. I cannot not talk about this. Oh my fucking goodness, I cannot believe that happened. I'm still in shock. It was a day or two ago it happened, maybe 2 days ago it happened, and I still love it. I think I was over Hawk Tour before everyone. That 1 minute after it happened, I was like, okay, a bit of a funny interview, but this will never stop being funny. It fucking never will. Everything about Ray Gun, if you don't know, Australian breakdancer at Paris Olympics, look it up right now. I'm not going to go back and do the backstory. You must have seen it, surely. But everything about it was hilarious. The fact that breakdancing was an Olympic sport and people were already worried about it. They're like, oh, hopefully it still shows some sort of like athletic integrity and sporting merit and competitive fire. And then we sent Ray Gun. Rachel Gunn is her real name. Cool name, to be honest. Cool B-girl name. We sent a 35-year-old, 36-year-old professor. She has a PhD in fucking breakdancing. She wrote her thesis about some sort of cultural impact of breakdancing or some shit like that. You know, just an absolute fucking idiot. Like, it's like a mum dancing. Anyway, we sent Ray Gun. Apparently, she won all the Australian trials. There must have been one, and it must have been down at a local Woolworths on aisle 3, telling no one. She just heard a song she liked on the radio and just started pop-locking in front of her friends' kids. The fact that she was chosen to represent Australia boggles me. Boggles my fucking mind. What it is, it's like that Eddie the Eel guy, or Eric the Eel, it's one of them. Eric the Eel, I think it is, at Sydney Olympics, because he was the fastest man from Equatorial Guinea. No one else was in the trials because no one else can swim in that country. He got to represent this country at the 50-meter free. And he couldn't swim a lap. He'd never done a lap before. And so there's that famous footage of him doing it in like, I don't know, I'll say 8 minutes. It's probably 2, but 8 to 2 minutes. And so they changed the laws of swimming, saying not every country gets to send someone, which is obviously fair. You still have to be able to do the race in a certain time. Because breakdancing was its first year in, they didn't have any fallback laws saying if you're doing the fucking sprinkler during the battle, you don't get to go to Paris. So somehow Rachel Gunn won the Australian trials at a farm, maybe they were. She was versus cattle and chickens. Ray Gunn. She goes out there in a oversized, looked like the Australian cricket team one day outfit, oversized cricket outfit, tucked in, obviously, because she's a middle-aged woman. She's got that high-waisted thing going on. Loses all 3 heats without scoring a point. I didn't even find that out initially. I just saw her dancing, hilarious. I didn't know she lost 18-0, 18-0, 18-0. Couldn't get a 1 fucking point. Did they not see the kangaroo? I'm sorry. That's almost an instant dubs. Like, no one else is dropping that shit. And she went so fucking viral. The rest of the world were embarrassed for us, but I want to say as Australian, we weren't. We found it fucking hilarious. I'm so glad that came out of our country. That is the most memey cringe shit, and I stand by it. Ray Gunn doing the sprinkler in front of the Eiffel Tower, in front of actual dancers, actual break dancers. Oh my goodness, the balls on that woman. The balls on her. She must have a strong form of autism, because it seems like she has no self-awareness, because she actually thought she killed it. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those ones like a karaoke. Most people know whether they can sing or not. And even if they can't sing, they'll go up, have a laugh, be like, oh yeah, I had a bit of fun. But you get that occasional person who can't sing, doesn't realize they can't sing, trying to do a vocal runs, serious face, bow after they complete Freebird. That's what Ray Gunn did in the breakdancing. That's what she did. I found it so fucking hilarious. It was my first lot of shows for Embrace the Chaos at Perth. Saturday night, I'm in the green room. I just finished sound check. It's 7:40. Shows at 8 p.m. And I've just been breakdancing in the green room. And I'm like, yo, I really should have written a bit about Ray Gunn. And Kieran's like, you got 20 minutes. Let's figure something out. And so we fucking scrapped together something in 20 minutes. I'm like, fuck, I hope I remember on stage. I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. I'm going to play the clip of it for you now. Who's been watching the breakdancing at the Olympics? Firstly, it is a bit weird that it's there. Having breakdancing at the Olympics is like having a trans Mexican woman at a Trump rally. Like, yeah, you can be there, but why? Secondly, I'm glad it's there because it brought us the greatest moment since Hawk Tour. By which, of course, I mean Stephen Hawking's being on Epstein's Island. Spit on that thing. This morning in the breakdancing, there was an incident involving an Australian athlete. And I use the term athlete very, very loosely. 36-year-old Rachel Gunn, aka Ray Gunn, was in the midst of a heat. She's performing a variety of tricks like the kangaroo, the roly-poly, the salted leech, the dead seal, and of course the chin-chinity, chin-chinity, chin-chinaroo. Somehow after this masterclass, she didn't win, and the crowd were mad. There were riots in the street of people protesting, especially in the UK. Justice for Ray Gunn! I thought she was unfairly judged. What I wanted to do was do a special performance dedicated to Ray Gunn. Hit it! As you heard, it did end with a breakdance. You'll need to watch that on one of my socials if you want to see the kangaroo in action. The only regret I have is that I didn't do the slug. I got a lot of comments saying, Frenchy, where the fuck's the slug? I forgot about it. I haven't done it in a year or two, so it's not at the forefront of my mind, to be honest. But that will definitely make an appearance when I battle Ray Gunn for the rights to be crowned best breakdancer in Australia. Now I wanted to see if my friend's going to pick up my call because he loves Ray Gunn the most, and I want to go to him like a reporter in the field. Yo, bro. I'm actually recording a podcast right now.
The fuck are you ringing me for then?
Because I'm doing a special segment on Australia's greatest breakdancer.
Sister Ray Gunn.
Sister Ray Gunn.
The greatest Australian athlete to have ever lived.
Can you tell me your thoughts on her?
The best performance I've ever seen. I'm not quite sure what the hysterics are online. I can't believe she scored 0. Like, that was just that's just blatant cheating in my mind.
I was actually just saying that. How's it possible to get 0? Like, she's there, she's competing, she's doing the fucking worm, she's doing the sprinkler. Does that not warrant more?
What about the kangaroo? Like, are you kidding me? The innovation there.
Could the judges have thought that it was a wallaby? Did they think she did it incorrectly?
I think, personally, if you want my thoughts here, I think they weren't watching the breakdancing. They were probably on their phones and just completely missed it because I don't have any other explanation as to how she got 0.
Did you hear she has a PhD?
I know she has a PhD in breakdancing or something I've read online. Is that correct?
Yes, she legitimately. Well, she did some fucking other social degree, but she did a thesis in breakdancing. So she wrote.
You can tell.
She wrote 700 pages about the cultural impact of breakdancing in inner city Sydney, or where the fuck she's from, Bondi, probably.
Did she get like a master's in it? Because surely she does.
Oh yeah, she's Dr. Raygun.
I mean, yeah, 100%. It'd have to be.
Why I've got a treat for you, because I know you're her biggest fan.
100%. I now have her on Instagram. I'm waiting for that follow back if you can help me out.
I've actually got her on the other line, and you can ask her any questions you want about the performance, about her life, whatever.
Fuck off. You do not.
Oh, in a way I do, Andrew. In a way I do.
Here we go. All right. Go, Sister Raygun.
Hang on, I'll just put her on. Hello? Hello?
Raygun, is that you?
Yes, Sister Raygun. What up?
Sister Raygun.
Hey, how you going?
Oh, all the better for hearing your lovely voice, darling.
I've been partying since my great performance. I come back to the Olympic Village and everyone just fucking froth me. They're like, standing ovations. What's his name? I think he's a singer, or no, he might be a 100-meter runner. LeBron James. Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. You should be more famous than LeBron now.
He come up to me. Sorry, my voice is a bit croaky from the drinking. He came up to me and said, "You are the greatest athlete at this Olympics."
There's no lies told. No cap.
And then I grabbed him on the dick and I said, "This is mine." And Savannah didn't like that, but we had a laugh and I danced it off. That's what I do.
Savannah can't compete with you, Raygun, and that's why she got jealous.
Yes. Is there any moves you think I should put into my next performance?
Oh, I can't tell you how to break dance, Raygun. You should be teaching me.
That's true. I want to run some past you as my number one fan, and you tell me if you think it'll be a good idea.
Talk to me, sister.
Okay. Cat licking a saucer.
I don't see how you can go wrong.
Dog falling from 30 centimeters.
I think this is masterful.
Man raking leaves.
Nah, I don't know about that one.
Okay, what about a leaf falling from a tree?
A leaf falling from a tree. I can see it. I can envision that.
Child rolling down a hill.
Nah, I think you can do better.
Okay. Dingo with one leg.
I think you can incorporate that into your next one. But to be honest with you, I feel like a bit of a fraud here critiquing you and giving you advice. You should be giving me advice.
Okay, I'll leave you some advice because I've got to go too. I just want to say, follow your dreams. People told me I couldn't be a breakdancer. They said, Rachel, which was my dead name. We don't really call me that anymore. Rachel, you will never make it as a breakdancer. And you know what I did? Did I go out and practice breakdancing? No. Did I learn any form of dancing? No. Did I learn any form of sport or running or fitness? No. I wrote a thesis about breakdancing. I went to university. I used my inherent wealth and privilege and somehow got a role in the Olympics team. And then they said, "You're going to blow it at the Olympics." Did I listen to them and start practicing? No. No one tells Raygun what to do. I went out there and I felt it. I just beat who I am. I have a go. And isn't that what the Olympics is all about? Some people say it's about competing and trying to be the best in the world at some certain things. No, it's about having a go, doing the kangaroo, and bouncing through life. And that's what I want to leave you with. Raygun out. Pew, 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 pew.
What a legend that was. What an experience that was. I feel privileged and honoured to have talked to the great Australian hope herself.
You're welcome, bro. It's not a lot of perks sometimes being friends with me, but that's one of them. We got Raygun on the phone, and that was the only person I knew you to call. So I hope you have a great day, Andrew.
Appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the time.
You're welcome. Oh, there you go, guys. Raygun on the phone. It was weird how her voice changed halfway through. I think she started doing a voice and realized it was too painful on her tonsils and had to change to her natural voice. So don't try to be anyone you're not, Raygun. Next, I need to tell you quickly about the weekend. There was a few good stories from the shows. The Juggernaut came back. This is a man who can scull a jug in 7 seconds. And I know he can do this because he did it during a show. Last year we were in Perth. Can I scull a jug in 7 seconds? I go, I don't know, can you? And he just starts fucking sculling one. He came back to the show, did 2 stubbies at once on stage while I breakdanced around him. It was classic. What else happened on the show? Oh, there was a real kind of sad. Like it was nice but sad. At the meet and greet after the first show, there was this old dude. He comes up, we get a photo and stuff. He's like, "Oh, Frenchy, just letting you know, I really enjoyed tonight because I have 2 months to live." And he's not even joking. And I was like, "Oh fuck, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I'm glad you had a great time." He's like, "Yeah, when I found out I had 2 months to live, my son was like, 'What do you want to do in those 2 months?' He goes, 'I want to see a Frenchy show,' which is fucking incredible." Like, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so honored. I'm glad I didn't do a bad one. Not that I often do, but you never know. It could be, it's pretty high stakes if it's 1 out of 60 days. And he's like, my favorite bit was the end bit. I've got this kind of cool thing I do at the end. And I'm like, "Oh, bro, I've got big plans for the end. I'm going to evolve it. I'm going to do this, this, and this." I'm telling him some things. He goes, "Oh, that sounds so cool. Pity I won't be around to see it." I was like, "Oh, fuck, I'm sorry, bro." What else happened? If I'm going to rip on Austin's crackheads, I need to rip on Perth. They've got a few bangers. We stayed in the middle of the city, and our cameraman Adam went out for a walk. As he's coming back, there's this homeless woman, no shoes, like ridiculous outfit, you know the type, starts following him. And he's a bit of like he's not a confrontational dude. She follows him all the way into the hotel, gets on the lift with him. She obviously doesn't scan a card. And Adams at this point is like, "Oh, I probably shouldn't have let the homeless woman into the elevator behind me. He's already scanned up to our level 1. So as they get off, she kind of goes one way. He just ducks it, steps, runs around to our room, gets in real quickly, and he starts telling us about it. 5 minutes later, we hear her arguing with someone in the corridor. She's knocked on a random door just to pick a fight with someone. We hear her yelling, going, "You fucking white dog, you fucking cunt," like fully trying to fight. I'm like, ringing up like the desk downstairs. They're purposely not picking up because they're just fucking useless at this hotel. Goes on for about 10 minutes. Eventually she leaves. Our merch guy, Bing, goes outside. He's got to go supermarket. He goes down the steps of the hotel. She's there across the road. Locks eyes with him. Yells, "Fuck off back to Taiwan." What the fuck says Taiwan? Like, what a rogue racial insult. He's not even from Taiwan. His dad's half Chinese maybe, but he looks a kind of more Spanish, to be honest. And she yells, "Fuck off back to Taiwan. You still looking, dog?" Starts going towards him. People near him like, "Just run, just run." So he starts running away from her. Running. She ended up opening for the show. She was good value once you got to know. Last story I want to tell you before we get to the main event is just this weird situation when we went out. We went out with the manager of the venue for a drink because he was such a legend, Lan. He brought another guy from the venue who was cool, but then this guy brought his cook of friends. And so we're all at this booth at this dive bar listening to some rock music. It was like a Frankie's type joint. And one of the guy's mates, let's call him Craig. Okay, so Craig seemed normal enough, sort of mid-20s, whatever. We're getting along well. He shakes Kieran's hand. I'm next to him in the booth. Kieran's next to me. As he's shaking his hand, he knocks my full drink onto my jeans. full drink, full beer, onto my jeans. I'm like, oh, fuck. Soaked. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just stay seated. It's not ideal, but there you go. I don't think anything of it. An hour later, he knocks another drink onto me. I'm like, oh, fuck, that is annoying. Two in a night. What are the chances? 30 minutes later, he knocks a fucking third into me. I have no idea why this is happening. I'm kind of hammered, so I don't really think anything of it till a few certain other things happen. Like we put it all together. I don't know if he's mocking me or if this is some prison thing. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'll just go up, try to get him clean, whatever. Anyway. Actually, I think it was between some of the drinks. He's talking to Kieran across me. I'm on my phone, out of the conversation, but I can hear it very clearly because he's talking across me. Randomly goes to Kieran, hey, man, have you ever sucked a dick? Kieran goes, no, I can't say I have. He goes, I did when I was 5. 3 times. Now, Kieran kind of waits for him to like say he's joking or laugh or something. Nothing. This guy doesn't say anything else. Kind of just keeps staring at Kieran in like a weird sort of sexual energy way. I'm like, did he just drop some hectic trauma on him? Is it a pickup line? Is he trying to do a joke? Whatever the fuck. No. Then the next drink happens on me. I go get it cleaned up. I come back. Bing's like, oh, you got to look at Kieran right now. This guy has got his hand around him, grabbing his shoulder real aggressively, and then his other hands every now and then going to his legs, trying to grab the legs, and Kieran's like knocking him away. He's like, boys, can you help me? We're like, what the fuck? Get your fucking arm around him. I'm taking photos of it and shit. I was just like, guys are fucking creeps, eh? Imagine being a chick, you have to deal with that every fucking night. Oh my goodness, it was so sexually aggressive from nowhere, like not wanted. Something tweaked. It was all a normal dude, and then he had one too many drinks. He's like, I'm going to try to rape Frenchy and his mates, because we think now either the drink spills was like a power move, or it was because he wanted to try to rub my pants dry, like so he could get his hands onto them. I don't love thinking about it like that, but I think it happened. I think it happened. Or he was just trying to do it 3 times to get me away so he could have his crack at Kieran, which is a prettier man. So there you go. So the shows were great, though. So 2 cracking shows sold out. Thanks for coming out. We got Sydney, Canberra, Brisbane next, and we're off to UK and Europe for the tour, and New Zealand. So get your tickets. You'll love it. FrenchyComedy.com/tickets. Please don't grope me after the show. Anyway, let's get into the main event. You've had the foreplay. Let's fuck. We've got Ryan Long, Rory Lowe, Neel Kolhatkar, all-star lineup on my couch. It's the Frenchy Show. Enjoy. Frenchy! Welcome to the Frenchy Show. I have got one very special guest, 2 mediocre guests. You guys decide which is which. Neel Kolhatkar, Rory Lowe, Ryan Long. Thank you for coming.
Is that how you say it? I've been saying Kolkatar.
Kolkata.
I actually think it's Kolhatkar, but my dad only told me that when I was 21.
Kolhatkar.
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 Yeah,
You need more
Kolhatkar. I said it right.
You need
I
more
like-
phlegm. You need more phlegm when you do it.
Kolhatkar. Which is basically Kolhatkar with an Indian accent, but I like Kolhatkar, and I feel like my dad had to tell me before age 21 how to pronounce my name, so I'm going to go with Kolhatkar.
I'll break it down. It's call, hat, and car. And
Yeah.
I'm like, nail it every
3
time.
pictures. Kolhatkar.
Yeah.
That's
A
how we
piece
do
of
it.
coal.
Yeah.
Is Ryan Long your real name or stage name?
There's a guy named Ryan Short that he knows.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's actually quite small.
That's
We met once. It was a big meeting. He's short too.
That was the
No, but people don't think that. People sometimes wonder if Long's the real name. Apparently, my brother looked it up recently, and the Longs were like basically Germanic Viking sort of people. Allegedly.
That's cool. Like a lot
That's where
of
it comes from. And literally, they were just tall. So
lot
they're
of
like, you guys
raping
are
and
long.
pillaging.
I don't know if they did any of the raping. That was probably the other last names.
Yeah.
Just the pillaging.
I think the longs
Just
are sort of-
coming in for the good stuff. Do you mind if I give you an intro so all the listeners know exactly
let's
what
go.
you're about? Okay.
Those 7 people.
Shut up, Rory. Ryan Long is one of the hottest Canadian comics on the rise. He is a brilliant mind and truly an all-round artist.
Did you write this?
Ryan has surprisingly only been doing comedy for about 5 years. He was first involved in
Incorrect.
ska punk music as the lead vocalist for the Johnstons in 2002
Who wrote
to
this?
2012. After that, he transitioned
That's it.
into
Period.
creating and starring in his own hit Canadian digital TV series Torontopia.
It's a very inaccurate bio in terms of like the order of things.
He also claims to be a white immigrant. Nope, that's his special, sorry. Something about an alien green card, and he's big on YouTube and the internet. Ryan Long, everybody.
And the internet.
Well, it was,
The
I
research
realized
department
how
was
long it
working
was.
pretty
I
hard.
copied it from the internet, but it's like 2 whole
I wonder who made
paragraphs
this
with
one
it.
because that wasn't me.
The best thing was I've been here for about 45 minutes watching Frenchy rehearse and try to read that.
That's not true.
No, 25. 25 minutes.
What's up, everybody? Pleasure to be here. I remember I seen you guys on the internet years ago, so
Yeah,
cool
well,
to meet in person. I told Frenchy when you messaged me, I was like, I felt like I kind of knew you almost.
that's why I started writing
Yeah.
shit in our group chat, like just taking the piss.
Yeah, that was funny, but it was just I was literally like about to go on stage and I was saying things and you were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Yo, do these people not understand any words?" I was like,
He goes, "Can you bring me a dress shirt?" I'm like,
dress
"What's that?
shirt?
You want a dress, bro, or a shirt?"
Dude, I remember because when I did the last Europe tour, I was finding that by the third show, everything I said, I was like, I would do act outs where I'd be like, and then someone was reading, like kind of like Def Jam comedy, where they go, you know, when you're reading a book and then you're looking at something and you have to act out everything.
Yeah, you guys have books.
You know, when
here?
you're eating cereal and you'd be like, and then you walk in the room, so you'd be like, that's why I was like, fuck, is that what's gonna have to happen? And
That's probably good for the Welsh. It helps them understand it a bit easier.
oh, I didn't realize New Zealand and Australia were sort of not friends. I was like,
No,
I thought
they're
they'd be like a
friends.
little brother. No, well, that's not what they say about you guys.
It's like Canada and America, I think.
Nah.
That's what I originally thought. After being there and talking to people, what I now think is they hate you.
Yeah, like
They hate us because they ain't us.
Well, obviously,
Nah,
that's what
it's
always
a
happens,
fun
but
rivalry that when it's just
I don't think they think it's fun. I think
it is.
it's
They
like we're
do.
bullying them. You know what I mean? But it's like when a bunch of kids are like, you know, parent comes over and the kids are like, I don't think you guys are all having fun together. I don't think Steve's having a great time. Steve's
how
in
I
the
see it,
corner,
yeah.
just like,
I think-
oh, bro, you know they keep picking on me. Dude, it's the best.
no, Australians are like, oh, they love it when we do this to them, and we don't love it.
Just backhanding them. Fuck you.
How was your New Zealand show?
That's fine, yeah. But it was only the one, so I was like, literally just got off the plane after 25-hour plane, went right to the show.
Was that your first time in Zealand?
Yeah, and Australia, first time here too.
Oh fuck! Welcome.
Kind of looks the same as everywhere else, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
well.
trees, streets.
Yeah, I guess the ocean's cool.
I think when people come to Australia, they have this like view of what it's gonna be. It's like almost some sort of cartoon where like everyone's riding a kangaroo to school.
I was expecting more guys that look like crocodile hunters. Not
Yeah.
that I'm saying I was expecting them to be that. Like I was just expecting more like brownish outfits.
Yeah.
With maybe like a longer hair, some sort of a hat. I feel like
Queensland,
Colorado's
bro.
got more, crocodile huntery type of people than America.
Yeah,
than
well,
Australia.
we don't really have crocodiles here in Sydney.
I wasn't expecting them to hunt crocodiles. I was expecting that aesthetic.
You wanted the stereotype.
No, I thought. I guess your hair sort of matches the stereotype.
Queensland, bro.
I'm picturing. I thought guys would wear hats more. I thought there'd be more hats.
Cougars, yeah.
I thought there'd be more hats and more brown shirts.
And there's just a lot
Khaki.
more brown people.
Yeah. What's the racial demographic here? We were talking about this a bit yesterday. What's it actually? What's your percentage of black people?
We don't
Black
have many
people?
black people. We have
Black
very
people.
few black people.
What percentage?
Black people is a very small amount, but
It
browns.
depends what you mean. If we're talking about indigenous, I think that's 3% of the Australian population, and they are mostly
not talking about indigenous.
not in the cities. And then actual black people. Oh wait, I'm not saying indigenous are not black, but
You
They
did
are not.
I did just say that.
Yeah, of course. Do you guys consider indigenous people black?
They're called blackfellas.
The fuck?
Yeah. Well, it's like black fellas and white fellas.
I mean, if Drake's not black, your indigenous people definitely are not black.
I think everyone in Australia probably thinks Drake's black.
400,000
People in Australia think I'm black.
1.6% is about black. So
Yeah, dude.
one
We
in-
have done a great job of keeping this white.
It's an island.
Yeah.
It's easy
Well, I
to
think
keep
the
immigration
elephant
down.
in the room here is you didn't have slaves. Is really what the
Which-
reason is.
No, we
Actually,
did.
it's a good thing.
No, we did have
Yes,
slaves, but
we
they
didn't. Good on us.
We did have slaves. They were mainly the Chinese and the Japanese that we brought over for the
Crappy
gold
pick.
rush.
I don't know who what
Were they
what they were
slaves,
thinking.
though?
Yeah, were they slaves? We threw them in caves and then threw dynamite
but-
in afterwards.
So Australia
Really?
at one
Yeah.
point had
I didn't
a
learn
bunch
this
of
in
everyone had
history.
slaves and they were all Chinese.
It was Chinese and Japanese and a few indigenous ones that they didn't kill. Pretty much were like sent to like indented servitude.
I'm not.
Kind of more what the Irish people say they were.
Yeah.
The way things are going, the Chinese will have white people as slaves soon.
Oh, dude,
though, so-
can't wait to have a Chinese master. He's so good,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm around that.
He's so good. It'd be great.
Fenton wouldn't love
They
it.
teach you karate if you.
Yeah, dude. It's like Jackie Chan's like my
Do
new
your
guy.
work, yeah.
It'd be awesome.
I like gambling too, so.
Plus, I can use the fuck out of chopsticks, man.
Oh.
Already got that. I'm gonna be a house white. You know. They're gonna let me in the house. I'm gonna have to fold their clothes properly and shit. Like,
Did they have
origami.
slaves? Did like any Asian countries have white slaves?
I'm sure they did.
Has to be.
But then again, you know, we'd be the worst slaves. As a, you know, we're in the field just getting sunburned,
I think
complaining.
Chinese people would be crappy slaves too.
Nah,
They've got good work ethic.
yeah,
bro.
they're great, dude. They put that wall up in like 3 weeks.
Not manual work ethic.
Yeah, they'd be good mental slaves.
Yeah, they could, like administrative work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do all of that.
They
There's
just
a
do
roll.
your-
Very well.
They just
There's
do your
a
maths
roll.
for you. You just
That's
put-
your synopsis of Chinese people. They're very like big into doing construction.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got the biggest wall.
That's true.
Yeah, come on. That's fucking massive. It's like 12,000 kilometers long. It's
No, I guess Chinese
it's a
people
big,
did that.
It's a big wall, you know?
Did it work?
Did it work?
Yeah.
You seen any Mongolians, cunt?
Well, I'm not in China, so.
A lot of those countries are real anti-immigrant. Like Japan,
Yeah.
their population's so old that they're like dying off, and they're kind of like, well, I guess we could have immigrants, and no one's like, we'll work till we die, like whatever we have to do. I'll fix the roads at 95 years old. I do not want one Muslim in this country.
Dude,
They
Japan
could just
is
have sex,
awesome,
couldn't
bro.
they?
I just got back. I was there last month.
They don't want to have sex.
They don't want to
man.
have kids.
Playing video games.
Oh, yeah.
They're busy.
They're good at skateboarding. the
They
Japanese.
have
They
that.
are.
They're doing a bunch of laws right now to try to make people have kids. It literally is.
I heard there's a government Tinder app.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but that's the type of stuff.
That's why.
Like a baby
That's something
bonus.
that your culture would do.
We don't need that.
No,
We
that's
got-
what it would be
Just
a
all-
parental.
I'm
just
pretty
already
sure
organized.
Indian men are pretty good at sliding into the DMs
Yeah.
as it is.
No, they would just lie. They would tell your son like, "Oh, what you matched with someone and you're meeting them at 6." There was no app.
Yeah. And you're marrying them.
Yeah, and you're marrying them. We've been chatting. I've already done the groundwork.
Yeah, my granddad met your granddad 100 years ago. We organized it.
I know a dude that his coworker was getting arranged marriage,
Yeah.
and she's not particularly attractive. And then she went over to India to meet the guy, and the guy waves it off.
Oh.
That's so funny.
How close did he let it get?
I don't think he let it get that close. I think he waved it off the back on the plane.
They were halfway over Pakistan. He was like, "Turn this thing around, bro."
Buddy, getting
Oh,
waved
wow.
off from an arranged marriage on site.
He's watching it go through immigration. He's like, oh,
That's
no.
yeah, exactly right. After the
No.
big flight, they've been planning the marriage. The guy's like, "Fuck off!" Like when she walked off the plane, he goes, "Stop it, mom! You're kidding me."
That's tough.
We have too much respect for cows for me to marry you. Like, let's get out of
Exactly.
here.
I'll marry you, God.
I'm going to my room, mom. I'm never talking to you again.
Yeah, that's it. I'd be so pissed if I got
Well, I
set
think
up
it was
with
like
a
a
fatty bumba.
It was a catfish photo too. You know what I mean?
Oh,
You know
really?
that he was getting fed. Well, he saw the photos beforehand, and you know it was neck up from a ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Filter on.
And like fat girls always look cute from a ladder, dude. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. Can't climb one.
Can't climb one.
I can eat one, right? All right.
Get him.
And we're on, boys.
They might be able to climb one. You put a Big Mac on top of that puppy. Also, waved off.
Neil, did you see how he just goes, your culture?
I didn't say that.
No, Rory did.
I said that.
And he spent the whole first 10
did it.
minutes claiming to be Australian.
Well, as an Englishman, claiming different cultures
Whose
is very
grandparents
my
were here
vibe.
longer? How long? When was? How many generations have you been in Australia?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, he's more of an
Just
immigrant.
me.
than
Yeah. So you're three. You.
Yeah, a couple. What? What?
Do you know what a generation
Like your
is?
great grandfather was born here.
Oh, what?
He doesn't know the word
The other
generation,
ones
so
were
he's
like
fully
English and
Australian.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other ones were English.
Well, he knows
and
the
New
stolen
Zealand, so-
generation.
Yeah.
That's
It's
how
like,
Australian.
is generation a new gym that I haven't joined yet, dude? What is it?
No, I'm up there.
Yeah, I got here in like 2002.
My grandparents came here in the 60s, and that was when the White Australia policy was still a thing. So my granddad was so good at maths that the university had to petition the government to get him in.
Yeah.
Really?
Also
Yeah.
did white
What's the
face.
White Australia policy?
Well, like back then, they were like, if you ain't white, you're not coming in, dude.
Till the 70s, yeah.
Oh, coming in.
Yeah.
Immigration, they had a thing. It was literally called the White Australia policy.
Really?
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
were like,
What year was this?
Till the 70s.
the 70s.
The
Yeah.
1970s?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
No, legit, dude. They had like an
You can look it up,
They
dude,
had
yeah.
like an IKEA palette. No, like if you were darker than this, you're not coming in.
I mean, if you're in Australia, you're just like, yeah, give me a few days in the sun. We're all going to be looking like
Yeah.
that. But
Dude, our indigenous population here.
you think anyone got turned away because they were too tan?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Spend a couple extra days
Yeah.
in that sun?
Yeah, I went to Greece for the
Fuck
weekend.
your
Couldn't
life
get
up?
back in, dude.
That's wild. And then, so he was so good at math that they changed the White Australian policy?
No, they just had to do like a special consideration.
Dude, that's
And
so
get him
funny that the Australians were like, only white guys. And they were like, we need someone to do math. It's like, well, okay.
Obviously, the Indian.
We're going to have to obviously make some changes here. We're fucked. All the buildings are like collapsing.
The whole country's like, does no one have a calculator?
That's so funny.
That's
Wow.
cool, yeah.
1970?
Yeah, dude, how's this? In Australia, up until 1966, our indigenous...
So, like, when AC/DC was popular, like, you couldn't move here if you weren't white.
Yeah, like you couldn't see them unless they went on tour.
Wow. I would have thought you were going to say, like, 1840.
No, I reckon 1840, we'd been here for like fucking 3 weeks. Yeah, the country's only like the country's old, but like we've only been here for like 200 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 1770, was it?
Yeah,
1778.
Neil, are you good at math?
I think so.
Okay. I was wondering if you
God,
had
runs
that
in,
like,
runs in
legacy
the,
die.
Quiz
runs
him.
in the family. I would
Quiz
hope.
him, ask him some questions. Let's test this.
Yeah, go hit me. I reckon I could actually do it. Go.
All right, 3 times 7.
21.
All right, 21 times 3.
63.
63 times 2.
126.
Yeah, no, checks out. He's good.
Checks out.
Yeah, checks
Wow.
out. Dad's proud.
He got the math gene.
Yeah, it'd be awkward if I didn't get that. I'd be disowned. So
Yeah, dude, there's just a knock on the door. It's immigration. They kick you and your family out because you couldn't do division. You're like, let's do this.
I
bro.
feel like it's easier just in general as like white families to say you're going to be like an artist or some shit like that. At least like in Toronto it was like that. Like, you know, if you're like, oh, I'm going to be a comedian, Dad's like, I fucking came here for this shit. Like,
But did you go to uni or
dishonor
anything?
the family.
Did you go to uni or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you do at uni?
Actually, economics.
Yeah.
So,
you-
a lot of
no
math,
way.
yeah.
So did I.
Really?
Yeah, but I dropped out to be an artist.
Really?
Yeah.
How many
So-
years?
I was 6 months in, and I gave it up. Here, you have a degree in architecture, don't you?
Yeah, I got a master's.
Yeah, by
So you're the
fourth
most
year-
educated of
Yeah,
all of us.
architecture masters.
I went to uni for like 10 years, yeah.
Fuck, I'm learning a lot today. The White Australia policy. He's got a master's.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot, bro.
I have two.
Did you go to
degrees.
community college or anything like
Yeah, I
that?
did PE teaching, so.
Oh,
Did you
yeah.
go to community
uni.
college?
It's all uni, bro.
I forgot that you were
It's
a
real
teacher.
uni, but it's a real uni, so.
Yeah.
Wollongong, bro. We did lawn bowls for one subject. No, and darts. Because you got to learn like the social sports too. So that was pretty fun.
So-
Darts?
Darts,
yeah, you do like a bunch of fun games.
How do they test you on that?
Well, you just got to learn how to teach it. So you got to play it and be like, okay, this is the technique.
Just make all the
This is
kids
how you throw
drunk.
it.
and lawn bowls and stuff like that.
Can't be a real degree.
It shouldn't be. It was
If
4
Frenchy's
years,
got
bro.
one.
In the back of the bar, fucking
Bro,
playing
4
darts.
years to learn how to teach gym, bro. You know what I mean? That's too long.
And he lost his license.
Oh, but I probably did about 4 years, so it kind of evened out.
You lost your teaching license?
Oh, it's suspended, you know.
What happened?
Just
Teacher kid
narcs.
not supposed to.
Just narcs. I was making the videos, and then a few parents complained, and a few things happened. It was just like apparently teachers can't make videos like that or something like that.
Yeah.
But they could do OnlyFans.
Can they? Is that here?
Well,
I always see wacky shit coming from Melbourne.
Yeah.
every now and then they'll be like, "Oh, this lady's been suspended and fired from her job because she does OnlyFans," and it's like you work at like a primary school Christian, like
Yeah, it's probably
college.
fair.
You're like, yeah, no wonder.
Fuck, I would love that at high school, having one teacher doing OnlyFans. Because
Dude,
the
that-
students would
Oh,
know a
amazing.
month before everyone else.
yeah, dude.
So they'd get so much good
Dude, we had a
content.
former porn star teacher at our high school. Yeah, and then she got one kid in trouble one day. He printed off a bunch of pictures of her from her porn days, hung it up across the school.
Sick.
She left for a couple of years and then came back.
Drove her out.
Yeah.
Dude, kids
I don't
are
want to
fucking-
remember.
Dude, high school kids are fucking
The pictures are still
relentless,
there.
dude.
They might be.
The team's stained.
Actually, the best ad
She
to get
has
into that school.
returned. Everyone
Yeah.
starts
Yeah.
bowing to her. It starts jerking off on her as she walks in the school the first time.
Yeah, see, that's why you got suspended. There you go. That's the type of shit.
You can jerk off on teachers, just not on students, bro. They're of consenting age.
All right, kids. One of the darts. You're gonna have to find it.
What's school in Canada like? Is it
Probably
like
similar?
same as America? Like you have middle school and shit and metal detectors?
I went to school in Toronto, which we actually did have metal detectors. We had a
that's
bunch of
insane.
shootings in my school.
That's insane.
There's some
dude.
pretty wild stuff. My buddy used to have these notes where he'd write like he got this pad of doctor's notes because he worked at a pharmacy, so he'd write everyone notes for like $10 to get out of class. And this one guy like took a note and then basically went and held the teacher up at gunpoint, stole her car, and then there's like a big helicopter chase. And then
Oh my god.
yeah, they
helicopter.
They had like basically did like a like SWAT team and arrested this guy, and I think he went to jail. Yeah, there's probably like 6 or 7 guys in my high school.
That's kind of cool though.
We had barcode and stacked.
Oh,
on.
we were sweating though because we wrote the notes.
Why did he take a note? If he's
No
already
one
going to do the
knows.
gun thing.
No one knows, man. The guy's Jarek, the note writer.
Did you grow up in the hood of Toronto?
No, I grew up
Toronto.
like 40 minutes away.
Okay.
Pickering. It's right beside Scarborough, so it was like it kind of like got a bit hood. I don't know. There's metal detectors, but like there was in our front foyer, they call it. There like actually is gun holes from people having shootouts.
That's the
Crazy.
hood, Rory. You laughed at
But it
that.
wasn't
That sounds like the
really
hood.
the
bro.
This
hood.
sounds
It's
like the country.
Yeah, it's kind of like I don't know. It's like a mix. They would call it probably it would be called like a suburb, but it's kind of different than how you think of suburbs in America.
We have this game here called Barcode, when you take like a carton of milk that you've finished and you throw it at someone, and if it hits them last and lands with the barcode up, everyone gets to punch them.
Yeah,
That's-
I don't know those.
That's
kind
like
of
the
games.
extent.
I
of the
never
violence
played
in
that
school.
game.
You never played that?
No.
That's
The big
never
one where I
played
went
that
to
game,
school.
bro.
You never played that
Which
game?
way are we
That's a
doing here? Are we
Perth
doing Australia week, Perth week, or England week?
I guess this was in Perth. This is Australia.
Maybe that was just to you.
Do you ever
that
play
sounds
Stacks
fun though.
Do you ever play Stacks On?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played Stacks on.
What's stacks on?
It's something you play. I used to play at school with the students. You just like pick a student, you'll jump on it and go stacks on,
Yeah. You just push one kid over, go Stacks On, then 30 kids just jump on top of
and
it.
the teacher's always last because he's got the most weight. He goes
Yeah.
This game doesn't have much punch to it. They're just
It's fun, dude.
legitimately.
It's so much fun. There was that, and then dacking, which is when you just go behind someone and just pull their pants down. Classic prank.
That's a classic prank.
Yeah. So,
Ours was if you kick the pop can between the guy's legs, you yell "salad," and then everyone would. There was guys
then
that like
everyone
legitimately
shoots
went to
the
the
kid.
hospital from one guy. I remember looking at him the whole day. He had a big Nike print on his neck from someone stomping him. You do not want that pop can going between your legs, my friend.
Yeah, that's the hood, bro.
Did
That's
you have
that
the-
Toronto hood.
the
That's
circle?
It
Cool.
wasn't Toronto.
This
though.
one?
It was right outside. That's the best. Look at.
Oh, you definitely got that.
Actually, that's
dude.
pretty random. I
That's
forgot
sick.
that I had these.
Didn't they try to say it was like a racist symbol at some point?
Yeah. That was a jail game originally, apparently.
Oh, and you get like butt fucked.
No. If they see it, you punch them.
Yeah, I thought it was like a little. Okay,
Yeah,
got
I don't know what it's called, hand in circle. If they see it, you get a punch.
This one you get 10 punches, and then this one you get 100
10?
punches or something. That's how we did
We
it.
did
inflation.
one.
Yeah.
It
did one.
goes up 6% a year.
Yeah. But, yeah, apparently that's a jail game. That's what I heard.
Oh, fun. What else do they play in jail?
You been to jail?
Not yet.
No, I don't know. But
At some point.
this is what someone told me, that was like apparently that came from jail. It was like a big jail thing.
Same with like the pants down, like saggy pants came from jail as well. Apparently,
That's true.
Yeah, it was like, what was it for? It wasn't.
I've heard different things. Some
Yeah.
people are like, you're open for business. Like,
Yeah, that's what I heard as well.
it seems untrue.
Yeah, I've been wearing a belt ever since I heard that.
The Frenchy Show.
Can you tell us about the ska band? Were you actually in a ska band for 10 years?
It was like, like kind of like punk rap.
Successful?
Ska. Yeah, we were pretty popular in Canada.
Fuck
We
yeah.
were on like the MTV countdowns and stuff.
No way.
This one was like, I guess 20, right?
I'm sorry for ripping on ska yesterday, bro.
Well, I rip on ska. Everyone rips on ska.
Yeah, it's ska.
Well, there's two parts. There's always two parts. Like even when it first started, there's like kind of like the reggae element, then there's the punk element, and then there's like rating the band kids. Right? Like every punk band was like a few musicians and then like a bunch of dorks from the band camp.
Yeah.
So and then there was like so many iterations of it.
Did you play an instrument, or were you?
I was a singer, but I was a drummer before. Yeah.
Of course, you're the star.
Woo!
Is that why you were making fun?
Well, I told him because I like Cat Empire from Australia.
Yeah.
Hello,
So-
hello. Do, 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 do. So you're the hello guy.
No, that's more like reggae. Am I right? Or would you
hello.
not call them more Australian reggae?
No, it's a ska.
What's your band called again?
John Stones.
The John Stones. Why was it called? Why were you called John Stones?
There was a guy that when we were in high school, his last name was John Stone, and he was in the band. And his mom used to always come, and we used to say that she thinks it's her band. So then we called it the John Stones, and then we kicked him out.
It's very punk.
And then it kind of we were that forever. And there was like a guy that was in like our fake band when we were in high school.
And then still made the mom drive you to rehearsals and shit, dude, without the
It's pretty
kid.
wild.
Oh, that is
2006, bro.
Dude, that
That's
is
sick.
ska
That's a
as fuck.
time
Wow,
capsule
right?
of a
18
song.
years
That is a
ago.
time capsule.
2006. I was 14.
Yeah, so that would have been when I was in college.
So the Johnsons guys, if you want to check them out, they probably due for
Every
another
now and then
album.
I get like a pretty big offer to go like headline some festival or something as like a comeback, but it's like just touring comedy is way better. It's just like such a hassle. I think about it for a second, then I'll send like one message and you're like, would we want to do a show? And then everyone would be like, okay, when will we practice this? And then you're just like, what am I doing?
It's too much.
What was
It's like, why? And we all live in different countries. Like,
Did you do some massive festivals with them?
yeah, I did. We did like, lots of stuff. I did like Warped Tour a few times.
You did the Warped Tour?
Did
That is so cool.
kind of, yeah, a lot. I did do a lot of like Canadian festivals, like big Canadian festivals.
That's amazing. The Warped Tour. That's.
Who-
I mean, we only know about the Warped Tour because of Blink-182. That's the only reason.
No,
that any
and Sum
Australians know.
41 and all
Yeah.
that. We know.
No,
them
but
all.
they say it in the song, don't they?
Did you get to
There's
play?
some huge ass festivals here, though. Australia.
We used to
That's
have
a-
them. They're all fucking
They're all getting
ending.
cancelled.
What
shit.
happened?
They're
Yeah.
all
They all
cancelled.
get cancelled. Well, COVID hit, and then the major one, which is called Splendor in the Grass, which is like our.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like our Glastonbury, I guess, or our Coachella. It got cancelled because of COVID, and then the next year they put it on, and there was like a torrential rain, and they had to cancel one of the days. So the Gorillas were supposed to headline, and they were like, no. And they told us, like, I was at the festival, so they told us at midday when the bands were supposed to start, and we're already there, and it's a camping festival, and everything's covered in mud. They were like, oh yeah, today's cancelled.
So COVID really fucked Australia.
well, no,
eh? I mean, you guys were notoriously, I mean, even worse than Canada in terms of like just locking it. Like, obviously, it's one of those things where you hear it on the news and it's probably different if you're actually living here. But like, the perception from America was that like Australia was like you get shot if you leave your house.
So specifically Melbourne, they went hardcore with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had 8 lockdowns or something like that.
It's like if you didn't get
Something
fucking
crazy.
9 vaccines, you
Yeah.
can.
In Perth, it lasted for like, what, 10 days? Lockdown was like 10 days.
Right. So that's what I've said because I know people would talk shit like. American news will say stuff about Canada where I'm like, I mean, technically, but it's not really like that. You know what I mean?
Dude, on the news here, it was like, there are tanks going down the street. And you're like, I don't think there's no tanks outside.
I
there."
always said that whenever I was talking about it, I was always like, I mean, I don't know if this is actually true or not because
They're
you
like,
never
Sydney
really
was
know.
that bad, bro. We had like you couldn't go
pretty
further than
bad.
I was
10Ks.
here.
They tried to fine you and
I was
stuff,
here.
bro.
But
We
it
had
was
two
like
They'd
massive
get like a
ones.
helicopter and
We had 2 massive ones.
I
bro.
met my fiance during lockdown, and every weed dealer was at my house.
Sounds like you
almost
just
every
weren't
day.
following
I
the
had a great
rules,
time.
though.
No, I'm an avid rude follower. Look at me, dude. I'm a trustworthy citizen.
Which is kind of how I did when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna lock it down for this much." I was like, "I mean, you can make it infinity. I'm not doing it, so I don't really give a shit." But like, I
was genuinely about it.
Oh, really? I was expecting you to be a bit more of a bad boy.
No, I was all about it. Like I did loads of editing. I put my videos out. I drank a fuck ton. Dude, we just smoked weed all day. Played like I was in a house with like 5 comics, and so we were like locked in, and we were like we bought so much furniture, we had so much cardboard.
It was kind of fun for a second.
It was awesome, dude. I reckon it should be mandatory. I reckon every 3 years there should be like a 2-month.
They got to.
Well, they bribed us as well. They gave us.
Oh yeah, dude.
They got to.
They also gave us 700.
Woke mind virus.
What the fuck,
They also
bro?
gave us $750 a week from the government.
And they gave you
That's
free,
right.
and they
bribed
gave you
us.
free shots, mate. You
Dude.
got your 6
Oh, dude,
booster.
if you're giving me a bag and an ounce a week from the government, I'll fucking stay inside, dude. I don't care.
That's what a lot of my friends in Toronto were
I'm like,
kind of
oh
like.
no, I have to play more Mario Kart. Fuck off, dude. It's not that hard.
No,
Well, you can't do comedy is obviously the main thing.
I mean, I can still barely do it now, right?
Damn it, I was going to
Yeah, I'm
say
doing
that.
the same jokes I was doing before the fucking lockdown,
That's
mate, apparently.
tough, dude.
Bro, how's it when people still run like lockdown jokes and you're like,
Oh,
oh,
dude,
no,
if I hear a
bro.
COVID joke, I have to walk out the room. Mate.
Stop.
I'm like, ooh. Ooh, I have a visceral reaction. It's almost like I caught the disease from you doing the joke.
Yours is good though, Neil.
Which one? I don't even remember.
That one
do
you're
it
still
anymore.
doing, Neil? Fucking
You're
kill
real
it.
quiet. I was like, oh fuck, maybe Neil's got a couple.
Nah, bro. I don't think I had one.
yeah, no,
there were a few
well, the thing I
comedians
heard-
that took it really seriously and ended up moving out of Sydney and trying to create a new community of people who didn't get vaxxed and stuff like that. I don't think that worked out.
Yeah, they're on meth now.
Like during the thing, they were like, we're gonna make like a community in the middle of nowhere and have our own government and stuff.
Yeah, it starts like that, and then a couple
No, no.
years later, they're all on meth.
It ends with meth. Everyone
All
that's
roads.
like, man, fuck the vaccine, hit the pippy. Like, they're like, we don't know what's in the vaccine. It's like, you're smoking out of a light bulb, you fuck, dude. As if you give a fuck about what's in anything.
They were kind of right though.
Ah,
You're just
dude.
a sheeple, bro.
I don't care, dude. But inject me with whatever. I'm
You know, but don't you must? I
shit.
mean, I don't know. Maybe you don't have this, but you don't have a little of even regardless of vaccine. It was like just if anyone tells you to do anything, you're kind of like, no, now, no. Like if you were like, I'm going out, and you're like, I'm gonna come home at 10, and then your girl's like, better not be home by 10:01. You're like, well, now I have to come home.
well,
at 10:30.
now it's over.
Yeah, now I'm.
Now
You
I'm
know what
coming
I
back
mean?
in 2025.
There's a
dickhead.
bit of just like, you're not gonna tell me what to do.
Oh, there's a little bit of that, but like the whole, we had a lot of scare tactics. Like a lot of people were like, "This is legit," And then I was like, cool. We're just sitting inside and you're giving me
Dude,
money. I'm not that bothered. I'll pay attention for $750 a week.
I saw your one politician that I loved, Barnaby Joyce.
Oh, he's the goat, bro.
He got caught lying on the floor drunk. I was like, this guy's the best.
Bro,
have, you
that's
seen
it.
have you seen his crocodile thing?
Yeah, he's gonna go. He was like, he
No.
got someone
You
else.
must have seen it. I'll
He
play
got
it
someone
for
else
you.
pregnant, didn't he? Like
Stop it.
during the lockdown.
He got a
like
star for pregnant.
yeah, and like
This guy's the best.
Yeah,
Eh?
yeah. And then his daughters were going around his electorate with signs saying, "Don't vote for Barnaby."
yeah, 'cause-
They don't like him?
They
Why?
hate him.
well, he
'cause
he
he
cheated
on
the
their
mom.
Cheat on the mom. With
yeah,
Oh no, who's the cunt with the crocodile?
that's Bob Catter.
Bob
Bob
Catter.
Catter,
Oh,
yeah,
fuck,
this
I was
guy,
thinking of
dude.
him.
This guy is like the
Have you
most
seen the
fucking
Bob Catter one?
Australian. He's like a Texas sheriff, dude.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy,
yeah.
and like, is he?
Have
Like,
you seen this one, the Bob Catter one?
No, what is it?
He's another politician.
Yeah,
I
he's-
gotta show it to
he's
you.
top
I
quality.
only know the Barnaby Joyce one because it happened like 3 months ago while I was kind of paying attention to Australia
This,
shit.
this is an old one during the yes vote for gay marriage or something like that.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
had a,
yeah,
so we
yeah.
had a big referendum for.
But it's
You don't
a-
have gay
it's a
marriage here?
famous-
We do, yeah, we do
got
now.
it 6
We had a
years ago.
referendum.
Yeah, but
So
it's
a big
so-
vote. Everyone.
So
in
what's
the
the
country had to vote.
6 years ago the vote for gay marriage?
But it's only for white people. Like, if you're brown and gay, you better get married somewhere
that's-
else, dude.
That's their.
There's
culture,
no
not
brown
ours.
gay people. they're
Jewish
dead.
propaganda.
Put that on us. So he's a famous politician. It's a famous speech he did.
And this is him talking about why gay people should get married?
Oh, they've asked him a question about, I believe.
I mean, people are entitled to their sexual proclivities. I mean, let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom as far as I'm concerned. But I ain't spending any time on it because in the meantime, every 3 months, a person is torn to pieces by a crocodile in North Queensland.
Dude, that's mad.
That's great. He switched on a dime,
It's the greatest
his
tweet
face
ever.
changed.
Oh, man.
So that's his like issue is like if you vote for me, I'm gonna stop people from getting eaten by crocodiles.
Like he is like
Who knows?
He is like thoroughbred fucking bush Aussie, dude. You know what I mean? He's out there just like
That's-
we need to protect the fucking koalas. I don't care who's sucking dicks. We need to make sure the bears are okay.
Everybody say every day a new person gets torn to shreds by a crocodile.
Yeah.
That can't be true, is it?
No, once
Every
every
3
3
months.
months.
Yeah.
That's,
Every
and
3
it's
months.
pressing on his brain.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that is a lot. That's a.
And also, right, I'm telling you right now, you don't just get eaten by a crocodile. You got to be
You're in
fucking
the
with a
mix, yeah.
crocodile, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to be drunk with the boys, going, "Oh, how close you reckon?" I
Putting
can
your
get to
hand in
this
the
bad
thing.
boy? Yeah, you're in there like you're swimming with raw chicken in your underpants, like it's Jackass, dude.
Dude, that guy's great.
They in
Yeah, Australia's got some banger politicians. Toronto had Rob Ford, if you guys remember him, but he was our goat one.
What did
He
he do?
smoked crack and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
Hunter Biden style.
Yeah, he's the best one. And well, he used to just like he would just show up at like a McDonald's late at night, like blackout drunk, and everyone would be filming him. He'd like sing reggae and shit, and just be like high on crack.
Dude, he would be the prime minister here.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
He was the
Judge.
mayor, but his brother is the governor. Of,
Was that the mayor of
Ontario.
Toronto or the mayor of
He's
New
the
York?
mayor of Toronto.
Because wasn't the mayor of New York also smoking crack?
That's
But-
racist.
I've heard it's more common there, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't
Smoking
really have.
crack?
And they don't like cocaine as much in America. Is that true?
I don't know anyone who's smoking crack. I'm sure that people
Someone
do.
was telling
I don't
me
know
that.
about common.
Yeah, like we like.
Someone was telling you it's like pretty common.
I said you can.
That
just
sounds
be-
like something a
you can
crackhead
just-
would say.
You can just be on a night out and they'll like be like, "You want to smoke some crack?" And it's like normal.
You do look like a man. Who
But
has
if
a
you
packet
ask
in
for
his pocket.
cocaine, they'll be like, "What the fuck are you doing with that?"
Who the fuck told you? I
think
that's
I think they just saw and you look like their target audience. So
Yeah.
Okay.
dude. That's such someone that gets busted smoking crack. You're like, actually, in America, it's pretty normal. It's just like drinking a beer, basically.
Crack light. They got
Yeah.
the crack lights.
We don't really have cracky. We have meth. We don't really have.
Does
I'm
the
sure.
job.
I think crack was big, like in the projects in the 80s. You know? I don't know.
it's just meth. It's just really meth here. We call it ice. That's what we.
You ever done
have.
meth?
No, I haven't. I like almost,
You know people that.
dude, heaps. Like people who I'm like, oh, you're an extremely successful, like well put together person, and they'd be like, oh yeah, no, I used to smoke meth for a little bit. I'm like, what do you mean a little bit?
So meth is in the mix here.
It's like I reckon
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
people smoke meth than, I was gonna say smoke weed, but that's probably not right. But maybe like it's
that
prevalent,
much.
bro.
It's a big country thing.
Yeah.
Country towns.
Yeah,
it's
out
a
in
big
the sticks,
problem.
bro.
It's a
Everyone's
big problem.
just
'Cause
fucking
the
whipping
bikies
that
make
pan,
it,
dude.
and that's where they can get away with like cooking it, so it's heaps cheaper out there.
Yeah.
And people just get fucking bored, so it's more cultural.
and then they think they can fight a crocodile and they get torn to pieces.
Oh, I don't want to be.
To be honest,
be a
bro,
factor.
kinda-
to be honest, I reckon the odds on meth addict versus crocodile would be pretty close.
Yeah, I'd
Like,
bet on the meth.
dude,
addict.
if you're a-
land or water.
Let's say bi-coastal. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of in between.
Fennon, you don't want to zin, bro.
I genuinely reckon that the
You
meth
heard
head
it
could take a
open.
crocodile. Have you ever seen like cops try to tackle a meth head? It takes like 15 of those people.
Yeah, they don't get tased, bro. They do not.
No.
You cannot tase them.
Yeah.
That's a good superhero. Why hasn't Marvel done that yet?
Meth man. I mean,
Don't hate it.
the outfit would be sick. It's just got holes in it. the outfit is just shit stained underpants on the outside.
And a dressing gown.
What's his catchphrase? Fuck you, you dog!
That's something else, man.
we don't really have fentanyl here like
Nah,
in America.
yeah,
No, because that comes from like Mexico through a lot of times.
Yeah,
Ah,
as soon as that hits, I'm gonna get off everything. And then
Everything.
get on to the fentanyl.
It is a little, dude. That is one that so much people have gotten. Like, it's actually not particularly uncommon to know someone that died of fentanyl.
Yeah,
doing
no, it
coke,
seems
yeah.
it seems like a big
I know people,
issue.
yeah.
Yeah, it seems like
What
a big
the
issue.
fuck?
Yeah, because it's in coke or whatever,
Yeah.
so people
But
do
why
it
did
and
they
just
put it
die.
in coke?
They put it in coke because the dealer wants everyone to think that his shit's so strong that it knocked out people, so that other people come and get it, and because they think that the person who died couldn't handle it.
It got to the point where, like,
It's not a great
dude,
business
even now
strategy.
people will have like kits where it's like, okay, people
Yeah,
will get
fentanyl
coke and check
strips.
it, and you're like, all right. At this point, you know what I mean? You're doing lab tests before you party. You're just like, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm good on this.
Yeah. Oh, you guys going out tonight? Let me just get my white coat and chemistry set. Pouring water into
That's
my
like pretty
glasses.
common.
We had pill testing at one festival and it was really successful, and then they never did it again.
Yeah, they should bring that back. I think that's a good thing.
What do you mean pill testing?
So like you could take your pingers into like a tent and they'd be like, hey, this is like
Would it
98.
still be illegal though? Oh, they would have it like off, like just the place has. Seems like a setup. If someone's like, yeah, bring your pills in here, we'll test them, and then just like give them pills and they just arrest you.
No, they gave us it back.
I understand that's what happens, but it seems sketchy.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
there's a law. You're not allowed to get them on the way in or the way out or something like that. There's the same with the injection center for heroin. Heroin.
Yeah.
In King's Cross, probably near where you're staying.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, so they can safely go in there. My mum used to work in there and inject heroin or opioids or whatever they're
Is your mom a
having.
drug addict?
No, she was
A
watching
lot of
them.
times they only let
She's a
people work there that were
social
drug addicts.
worker. So people can watch them and they can do it safely, and they're going to do it anyway. Is the
Nothing would
thought.
freak me out more than if I wanted to do heroin and I had to go into a room and someone just stood there and watched me. And as I'm doing it, they go, no. That's bad technique. What you need to do?
You've only got the toes left.
Yeah,
Des.
yeah.
Try those veins.
Doesn't that kind of ruin the whole thing?
Yeah.
Because like you
That's
want
kind of
drugs
what
to feel.
Well, they're not partying anymore at that point.
True.
This is
Yeah,
a
you just
necessity.
zone out. I don't think she's talking to them and stuff. She does like a chat though, my mum.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be the most creative thing you can do. Like heroin's supposed
I
to
think like everything, it probably is like for the first 4 months, and then you're a zombie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you done that one?
Heroin? No, I've never done heroin or meth.
Do they have like a drug testing place like you're talking, or like a what is it called? Like a you can go to do it safely or whatever.
Yeah, there's a few of
safe
those
injection,
in-
but they have one in Canada where they made it, and they did. So basically, it was like the people that run it were ex-addicts, right?
Yeah.
So basically, they had everyone running it, and then they all started doing drugs again.
Yeah, of course
So it was
they-
like basically like all the people working there were on heroin, and then the guy running he was on heroin, and then the drug dealer set up, and then everyone was like, all right, enough of this.
Yeah, it's like, well, you
It's
know,
a very failed experiment.
so silly.
it's the sex rehab center run by porn stars, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't work out that great.
The Frenchy Show.
I want to switch topics a little bit.
What, you don't want to talk about heroin anymore?
I want to talk about Joe Rogan. Did you
Okay.
know Ryan was on it?
No, I did not.
Ah, I'm teaching you things. Did you know, Neil?
Don't have
I did.
Spotify. I'm
I
an
did.
Apple
That was
Music
a-
man.
That was a great episode.
Tell us about it.
The
Because
King
that
of
is
Austin.
fucking awesome that you were on that.
They randomly just put out all the like because he has his deals up. I guess they just put out all the episodes. So they just randomly put out like out of nowhere just put like 2,000 episodes
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I randomly just saw my own one in my algorithm and had like 8,000 views, and I was like, it just looked like a bomb.
Well, I'm
Yeah, I
sure.
read the comments. Everyone's saying they're shadow banning this, blah blah blah. And I think it was you. You commented that.
I'm sure that while you were on it, you know, talking to Joe Rogan, you were just like, "Fuck, I can't wait to get to Australia and do the Frenchy show."
What didn't exist.
I always think there's a lot of successful funny Australian dudes here.
Yeah,
I like the Australian.
You might meet
comedians.
some. Who knows?
I was telling you guys yesterday that I always thought that Australians weren't that funny because all of the Australians I knew were just like backpackers.
Yeah.
Who like those type of people generally aren't that funny.
Yeah, like if you have beads on
Yeah.
your wrist, dude, like
The woo, everyone's amazing.
no,
This is a
those
very
ones.
characteristic of those types. Is they'll be like, this guy is amazing, and it's like the most average guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's like I was like, these people stink.
well, like one of
But
the
it was just
They
that's
smell.
the
They
ones that
smell.
That's the ones that leave. Like
Yeah,
I'm
the-
sure Toronto backpackers, it's all the same thing.
The people who represent us are the worst. Like in Bali, so a lot of Australians will go to Bali for a holiday,
Yeah.
and Bali have actually changed their laws to try and prevent more Australians coming in. Like, they've said you're not allowed to have sex in Bali if you're not married.
yeah.
That's not true, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I don't know how they police that, but
There's got to be some yoga instructor dudes there just tearing through tourist pussy, though.
I think if you're a tourist, it's fine. But like Australians just go to Bali. And, like the stereotype is like you go to Bali, you take your shirt off, you drink $1 beers, you wear a flag around your neck, and then you take a shit in a fountain.
Yeah.
And that's like,
and
it's a great weekend.
yeah, dude.
look for a lady boy.
Yeah, fucking hot Tuesday, baby.
Bali has ladyboys?
There are not as many as Thailand, but there's enough.
Yeah.
It's because it's very cheap, so you don't have to be
It'll
particularly.
do. It'll do the trick.
Also, good conversation change. Look at you. Topic change.
Oh, wait, what do you want to know? Do you want more
you go.
Joe Rogan
We're on
topic?
to lady boys already.
I mean,
That was quick.
I know
That
your
was quick.
podcast is sort of new, but this topic of you being like, "Hey, tell me about the time you're on a different podcast."
Bro, it's the biggest thing in the world.
I know you're just getting the cat started, but
I don't know. I reckon some of those ladyboys have got something a bit bigger, bro.
Have you ever been with a lady boy?
well, tell me about some other
No.
podcasts you've done.
I wouldn't ask about some random one. I'm not gonna ask about Hamos. I don't care about that.
That's sick. I don't know.
But did you
The
go to
King
his
of
house
Austin.
and stuff? Or was it like
No, he's got like a studio maybe 25 minutes outside of Austin. So you fly in. It was kind of random. When I flew in randomly, I was beside Roseanne on the flight, who lives in Austin, and it was just like just happened to be that. So I was like kind of like drinking with her all night, like on the way there. Then flew in. Then the next morning, go do it. It's probably like 20 minutes outside of the city or whatever.
Oh.
He's got like a gun range there and stuff or something like that.
And were you
There's all this stuff there.
chatting with
Not a
Roseanne
gun
too,
range,
or was it
something.
just
Archery range.
silent drinking?
No, I met her before, and she like posted a video or something like that, so I kind of knew her. She's telling me all these like hilarious stories. She's like, probably the thing that I remember the most is she worked on when she was doing her show. Norm Macdonald worked there,
Yeah.
and she said her and Norm Macdonald when there was like that era of sitcoms where everyone was like crying. You know that. Don't you remember like every episode had the episode like where it wasn't funny and it would be like all sad.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
And,
an
she said,
emotional
and everyone was
thing.
winning like Emmys, and basically she goes, anytime people brought in scripts like that, her and Norm Macdonald would go, "Someone's trying to win an Emmy on my show." He used to tell me stories like that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, super cool shit.
What's she up to these days? Because they were doing a reboot of Roseanne and she tweeted something and the whole show got canned or something?
Yeah, she lives in Austin right now, and she does a podcast and stuff like that and tours.
Cool.
Yeah, the show's done.
But
Cool
she-
lady though.
Yeah, that's pretty good that you were going to do Joe Rogan. You weren't just randomly going there to
Not random.
party down 6th Street.
No, I
You're like,
was.
"Oh,
I
I'm
was
actually-"
I came in and out. That I was on tour, so I came in and out. But I don't know. Yeah, Austin's that's turned into quite a fucking hub.
It's a scene.
I've got in like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm fucking
Oh yeah,
sick.
You're a good networker too, so you'll probably be running that in a couple.
There's a lot of
days.
guys like you there, to be honest.
Three guys like me.
Like I would say, maybe a little younger than you, but there's a.
guys like me?
With a bottle this big. Okay, I'll get a bigger bottle.
Well, you're like in a relationship and stuff like that, and probably a bit older. But like my son, what I mean by that is like guys who seem like they fit in like a college town for 30-year-olds.
Oh yeah, dude. I'm about that life,
Yeah.
dude. Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? It's Austin has a very vibe of being like you're in a college town, but it's no one's college age.
Yeah, because we don't have college towns. Like, I find that to be such a crazy thing
really?
in North America. Yeah,
I went to school in a town that the college was the entire city.
That's so fun.
Like every second person worked at the college. Like everything was around. That was the whole purpose for this city.
Were
It
you in
felt
a
like.
frat?
No, that's more of an American thing.
We don't really have colleges here. Like the only people who go to colleges here are the super rich.
but it's like that's university, right? College, university, is the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing.
So different in Canada, university is like a university, and college is kind of like what they call community college. So it's kind of different.
Oh, right.
For dumb people.
We usually go to
Like
university.
yeah, if you have a math degree or whatever, that'd be like university. If you have like a I don't know. After like a lot of times after people get their degree, then they go to teachers college. So I don't know. There's a couple of them. But yeah, in America, like Harvard's a college. But
Oh,
I think they say it wrong.
Aussies go to just the university in their city and don't stay on campus.
Yeah.
They're not as fun.
Dude, so much stuff in America was like, we're going to do it the opposite of Britain because fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
So much
what-
shit. Dude, so much shit that
Whatever
I
Britain
learned is
did,
like,
fuck that.
and
We're-
you're like, why do you do this? It doesn't make sense. Like, there's so many little things that you're just like, this doesn't make sense. And it was like, the whole reason is because fuck Britain.
Yeah.
Do you have?
Fuck Britain.
Are you on the metric system in Canada?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's a perfect example. Dude, I'll argue with like people all the time. You're just like, okay, one of them's 1, 10, 100, 1,000. The other one's 1, 13. Like, obviously, it makes less sense.
So much more sense.
You're just like, well, obviously. And they'll be like, no, this one's better.
So much more sense, dude.
Yeah, Americans just get
Stubborn.
real stubborn about certain things. Another thing they're really stubborn about, because I watch a lot of sport, is when whoever wins the NBA, they have to call them the world champions, and they cannot handle them
Yeah,
not
dude.
being the world champions. And everyone's like, it's a
It's like,
domestic
it's like the
league,
World
bro.
Series. You know
It's
what I
not a
mean?
domestic league
You got
because Canada's
Canada.
in it, but
Yeah, the 8th state Canada.
one
I mean,
team.
let's be real. The people who win the like the NBA finals, like would sweep the two like the
No,
all of the
EuroLeague's
teams
good, bro.
Dude,
EuroLeague's good.
Team
America
USA
didn't
I don't
win
know,
gold
bro.
at the World Championships, bro. Germany did.
Dude, Team USA almost lost to South
This
Sudan.
is like a guy telling me, no, Zimbabwe actually has a really good comedy
You've been
scene.
in
And
New
you go,
York
I'm sure
too
they
long,
do.
bro.
Dude,
You've been in New York too long, bro.
Dude, Team
Well,
USA.
actually, the European basketball league's actually pretty good too.
Fuck the metric system.
Dude, if you're good enough in that league, you would go to the NBA and make 10 times the amount of money.
Nah.
I'm sure it's fine, but
See,
like,
I told you they get stubborn about
dude,
it. Don't they?
people from the NBA retire and then go play a few years.
Okay,
in this
okay.
All right, Ryan,
European-
tell us how you really feel, bro.
Right, let's
I
say,
mean, this is crazy.
let's say this. Probably they would win, but until they beat the winner from that league, you can't call yourself world champions.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
There you go. We've come to a
Yeah, my money's on
conclusion.
the Townsville Crocodiles.
Yeah, we got the fucking Wollongong Hawks, bro. Illawarra Hawks. You don't think we'll?
I went to an
we
NBL
could
game
be-
once. There was maybe 1,000 people there.
Oh, good turnout.
Don't you guys have all those weird sports that are like fake lacrosse here? Don't you have some weird
Hockey?
fake lacrosse?
Field
No, like-
hockey. We got field hockey.
We got field hockey.
We
that's
got
big.
three
That's-
types of
that's
football.
UK.
I thought you had the
They've
weird
got
one.
hurling.
that I
This is
don't know.
coming from the.
hurling.
Yeah, that's UK. They got
Yeah,
hurling.
this is
It's-
coming from the guy whose
like Ireland and stuff.
country has ultimate frisbee as a sport. Go fuck yourself, dude.
That's sick. Okay, where do we watch
Oh yeah,
this?
dude, disc golf, man.
It's actually a pretty sick sport, though. If frisbee took off, and by the way, that's not really a big Canadian thing. I don't know who told you that, but if that was, I could see ultimate frisbee. popping
ESPN
off.
told me, mate. That's what
Is
it
that,
is.
is that what they're pushing over here?
Yeah,
that this is a big Canadian delicacy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
No, I couldn't name one.
You got that, cornhole, and ice fishing. I'm pretty sure your three biggest sports.
Well, ice fishing is just escaping your wife as a sport.
Yeah, cornhole's a good
People
game,
don't
dude.
like ice fishing. They like peace and quiet because
Yeah.
you're like, oh yeah, your wife comes once and she's just like, fuck, this sucks. Why do you do this? I'm never coming again. And you're like, well, that's the reason, obviously.
Dude, how bad does your relationship got to be that you have to go into the tundra just to get away from it? You know.
Well, if you, it's like you can hang out with a bunch of dudes and like no one wants to come.
In like below 200-degree fucking weather, dude.
You're not gonna catch me ice fishing. I'm not
No.
about that life.
You're
But
like, still have my wife.
I know a lot of guys that ice fish that do pitch it as such. Where they're like, you don't understand. It's like
I know a
sick.
lot of guys
It's like the
who
boys go and
ice
get
fish.
drunk, and we put a line in the water and they'll get drunk, and it's like
I
feel like it's
assume-
and
more
get credit for
drinking.
doing a sport.
Drinking with the boys is the thing that they like.
Yeah, they're drinking, and you're just like, why do you like? You're like, you're just getting drunk again. You're like, I'm doing sports.
Is it just like golf, but there's too much snow to play golf, so you
Yeah,
just go ice fishing?
I'd put it in that category,
Yeah.
yeah.
We don't really like golf.
Oh, that's the Canadian
Why don't?
government hearing you talking shit.
Okay.
Mate, we're here. You're talking shit about ultimate frisbee.
Is that your accent?
How was that? I can't do any accents either. So
Can you do Canada?
Canada. I was like, what are you talking about? I'd probably just do an
Okay,
impression
can you
of
rank
Danny.
ours and see who's got the best Canadian
Hey,
accent?
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
you know, got a little bit of decaf.
Oh, he's turned it on now. It's the game.
It's just an impression of Danny.
do it. He sounds different from most people though.
I just do an American accent, but also say a boot.
Say it.
Yeah, I'm from Toronto. Whereabouts are you from?
That's good.
That's
Oh,
spot
hell
on,
yeah.
dude.
That was like, yeah, that's like a
this
textbook, like a stereotypical Canadian accent.
Damn right.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Hey, put on some Drake, eh? I want to get my maple syrup on, dog.
Yeah, you guys can't do it. You actually can actually do one.
I want to get my
I
maple
don't know
syrup
if they
on
use it
dog.
as like a verb or as like how they use maple. I feel like they've got like different ways to use maple.
Frenchy.
Let's get mapled, boys. I was like, let's get sticky.
You know what's funny?
Shit.
Although you have an accent, you sound a lot like the way that you talk reminds me a lot of like small town Canada
Fuck
boys.
yeah, I appreciate that. That's what I was going for.
Like randomly, like you'll say things and it like reminds me of them, even though you have a stupid accent.
Fuck yeah.
Is it the west of Canada that's the more conservative part, or?
Well, the East's French.
It is,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Now East is the one you said, like that accent you just did. That's like East Coast, like
Okay.
Newfoundland fisherman kind of accent.
Okay.
Danny Marnell is West Coast, the oil
Yeah.
rig boys.
Yeah.
Fucking ripping it right up, eh, boy?
Where's Jordan Peterson from?
He's from Toronto area. No, he's from the West Coast. He
there you
lived
go.
in Toronto, but he's from the West Coast.
Okay.
Well, you can do a Peterson accent, can't you?
You love that shit, hey?
You know, I'm not sure if I can completely do the Jordan Peterson accent, but
No, that's
I can definitely
great.
do his mannerisms, and he's always, you know, when he's thinking about ideas, he's using his hands. To, you know what I'm talking about here. What?
That's great,
To
yeah.
get to the bottom of the idea, and then he'll start crying.
Yeah.
And then
He does cry a lot.
he cries
these
a
days.
lot, man.
I'd cry a lot too if I sounded like Kermit the Frog, bro.
Yeah, that's great. I wish I could do accents, man. What a skill.
Yeah, I can't do nothing either.
That's a huge comedy advantage.
You got a good
Cheating,
Asian,
some might
you got
say.
a good Asian
Yeah,
accent.
you've
don't
got a
you?
great Asian. Do you? Asian.
Thank you very much. That's General Asia. If you want to do a specific
General
country,
Asia.
tell me.
Do Taiwan.
Taiwan's a bit more.
See, English is a second language accents. That's a whole different ball game. Anyone could do those
Yeah, exactly.
because they're just speaking your language badly.
Exactly. That's different.
That's very different from
That's
someone who
different.
speaks English differently.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do that style. I do it.
Either
there.
can I.
Can you do the other English accents, Rory?
Yeah, okay. Well, since
I
we're
could
playing
do.
the
I
accents
could do
game.
Liverpool. It's basically I could do people I know.
Colleagues,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like fucking sick and that. Like you know what I mean? Like, like it's fantastic, man. Look at the girl in the front row with the big fucking tits, man. Love it. Love it. That one's
you know,
easy.
you know Carl
Easy as
Legacy.
well,
Dude, yeah, when I was in London, I saw Adam Rowe do a set, and to me, he has an accent, but he was talking about, he was like, where I'm from, I guess Manchester, and he was like, these guys sound like this, and he was doing the accent, and I'm like, you also sound like that. It's like,
Yeah, they're like an hour separated, and they've got all these Manchester
Completely
twangs.
different accent, yeah.
Because my
Completely
original one was
different.
like, "E like why I man proper touching on with the birds and that like." So that's what I sounded like when
That's
I first
so
got here.
Geordie is
Yeah,
that?
pretty much Geordie.
all I
yeah.
know is Irish, you kind of go high, and then Scottish, you kind of go low. That's my technique.
You're like, I don't do accents, I do octaves.
2 octaves. He's a singer.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
singer.
Man, that's nice that you can do accents, I wish.
Yeah, Neil's real good at it. That used to be all his early videos. Was like accents.
That shit
and stuff.
pops on TikTok, man. They love a good accent over
They
there.
love it. Yeah, it's great. Have you heard of the Western Sydney accent?
No, I've.
That's like Western Sydney's our hood.
The
sorry
Western
to tell
Sydney
you, that's
accent
not a
is,
hot topic in North America.
No, it's gonna be famous
What do you
one
mean
day.
you never
cuz.
heard of the Western Sydney?
Yalla.
The
Yalla.
specific suburb from Sydney called Bankstown.
Haven't
and
come
they'll
up
talk
in
like
any
this.
conversations.
Oh, we'll
It's
drop
an
it to-
integration of Arabic,
drop it
but
tonight.
like now everyone from Western Sydney talks a bit like this. So this is like the hood accent in Australia.
And what is that? Sort of got like, is it like British hood mixed with Australia?
Nah, bro, it's like
It's-
the Lebanese and the Greeks and the guys come over, bro, and then they just get fucking stuck
Ah.
And they say cunt every second word. Fuck
Yeah.
how's it gone, cunt? You fucking mad cunt.
in. It's like if you talk but you don't move your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a bit of like a
You're doing
Russian-y
more
sort
That
of-
was going Maori. That
You're
was-
doing Maori, bro.
There's been a Kiwi out there, though,
There's
isn't there?
yeah, the Maoris one's a bit like it's a bit higher.
Morickson's the
eh?
best, dude.
It's a bit more fun
You
and
don't
chill out.
even know how to do the dots like we do, you know?
Oh, too much, eh, bro?
Oh,
So is this their
Oh,
parents
fucking
have it?
smashy and
Like,
rugby.
is this English? Is this like their second generation immigrant accents?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because their parents don't speak like that at all. But
Yeah.
for some reason, if you go to Western Sydney, they'll all even the white guys will talk like this now.
Yeah, and they all call their mum a bitch, dude. That's the funniest thing about it. So you go to like an ethnic Australian like wog house there, and they're going, "Oh, mum, fuck you!" Like it's just like,
Dude, that is assimilating.
They
That's assimilating to
sweat
like
so much.
a Monster Energy drinking white kid. You fucking bitch, mom!
Yeah.
Don't take my video games away.
"Oh, bro, you know I should get my vape back because Dad sells them."
Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up now because Ryan's got a show tonight. We will, I would say go see his show, but it'll probably be out of Australia. by
Yeah,
the
we
time
can
this
come
comes
to.
out. When's your last one?
I'm doing Melbourne, Brisbane, and
Yeah, so
Mexico.
fingers crossed there's still some shows. I think it'll be out the Thursday. So
Oh,
that'll be
whatever.
Perth.
Regardless.
Yeah.
If not, thank you for coming. Next time you're on, we'll have to hear about Joe Rogan. Neil
What were the
and-
questions?
Neil
Is
and-
that
Neil and-
your whole thing? You
Neil and
were
Rory.
like,
I had four other ones. I
so
prepped.
you prepared some
I
questions.
hate it when I don't
and
get
the
to what
only
I
thing you prepared was how was Joe Rogan?
No. I did
And then an out of date bio.
I
that
hate
he
it when I don't
pulled up
get
from
to it.
What
5 years
questions
ago.
are these?
His podcast, The Boys Cast.
You were just gonna ask me about
Favorite
it.
guest he's had on.
Have you ever seen this sketch where Chris Farley
wait.
asks people questions on Saturday Night Live, and he's like, "So you were on like you met this guy, right? That's pretty
And then-
cool, right?" He goes, "That must have been sick."
Would you rather your face be peed on or your body pooped on? I had like stuff going.
Okay, oh, well, give me those.
Would
Face,
you rather your face be peed on or your body pooped on?
Body poop.
face
dog.
peed on?
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, is it by a guy or a girl?
Does that matter?
Yes.
What, does girl piss smell better?
No, girl pissing on your face, like that's not even that bad.
But they're squatting. It's just awkward. Whereas
Yeah.
guy could piss up there in a funny way.
Okay, but if you don't think that makes any difference whether it's a guy or girl?
No.
Well, yeah, it does make a difference. I
No, it
agree.
doesn't.
I agree. I'd rather be
Yeah, but you
peed
know me.
on by a dude and shat on by a girl.
Well, I don't want a guy pissing on my face, so I'd probably have to take the shit for a dude. But for a girl, if she was pissing on my face, I could probably deal with that. So then I can avoid shit altogether. In
But
that
you could just
scenario.
shake the shit
If
off.
it was the guy, I have no choice though, because I'm like, I can't let this dude piss on my
No,
face.
but it's like a funny thing.
Like
at
your
urinal.
only thing here is like the emasculating thing. You're like, dude, if anyone's pissed on anyone's face, it's me on your face, dude. That's what it.
I can't, dude. There's no way I can sit here while a guy's pissing on my face.
Right
I'd have
along,
to be,
don't
shit
get
on the
pissed
way.
on. That's
Or like a dog.
You might get it in
'cause
your
they're
mouth,
barking the
right?
territory. But I'm thinking in like a funny way. You're on the sesh. You've had a few lines. You're razzed up. You try to piss on each other. It's
This was
funny.
another thing that happened in Australia
Not
for a
sexual
while.
way.
Yeah, okay, but on your head. Once it's near your mouth, though, we're fucking.
Well,
in a
this is the
different
thing.
territory.
There's a bunch of
Yeah,
videos going around when like I just graduated from high school of like dudes like pissing in the air and trying to drink their own piss.
It's called the bubbler. Our football players, used to do it. Big thing in Wollongong. We all tried the bubbler. It's hard, bro.
Yeah, dude, you got to really clench to get that piss in your mouth.
You got to
dude.
save up a big.
Okay, so you had a couple like would you rather types.
Oh, I had a whole thing, but we'll do it at next time he's on.
Well, he sort of blew his load
Something to
on
look
what was it like
forward
being on
to.
other podcasts.
It's like I prepared a few things.
Neel
I've
and
got a
Rory.
question about Joe Rogan, and also, would you be rather shat on in the face or pissed on?
Okay, he's doing his own thing now. Neel and Rory, thank you for coming on. They'll be on again soon on the Frenchy show because they're my only friends. Enjoy Australia.